Conestoga's program is extremely vast, and one of the things we use a lot in our jobs as well as customers calling us is Conestoga's custom wood species in the cabinet program. To break it down, they have 4 core species that you can just get readily: hard maple, cherry, red oak, or painted. And when we say standard species, the reason it's standard is Conestoga is stocking the plywood material, the finished end and matching interior material in those species at their Kenley facility. So when you ask for a red oak or a hard maple or cherry finished end, they can do it to match, no problem. What if you want walnut cabinets, or we get a lot of requests for alder, or in this case Quartersawn, which is what we're going to focus on now. What do you do in that case to get the look that you're looking for? We're going to talk you through some of the limitations and also some of the workarounds to get you to a custom wood species. Again, what we're looking at here is Quartersawn white oak. This customer wanted to do Quartersawn. We're going to show you the difference between those when I hold this up. Quartersawn and regular red oak is all a function of how the log was cut. If a log is just planked, like a normal plank, red oak has the cathedrals. You can see them up here, kind of in reverse. Down here has the cathedrals that we grew up with in the 60s and 70s, where oak was very popular. When you quarter saw it, it looks more like, not more like, it is like this. And what they're doing is they're taking a log, and I'll lose my door panel here, they're taking the log and they're cutting the log into quarters, and then they're planking it. Or I should say planking it. What ends up resulting is they get out of the cathedrals and you get a really straight grain. The grain's going straight up and down. You get these little worm track marks. It's really kind of a cool look, popularized by like Chippendale furniture, or Stickley was very popular with Quartersawn. So in this case, the customer wanted Quartersawn oak, and they were able to do that by, at the ends of the cabinet, they did door panels. Okay, they used door panels to cover the ends because we can't do Quartersawn white oak ends as a readily available plywood species out of the Kenley plant. So your options are either doing it with a door panel, or you can take a matching veneer, a Quartersawn red oak veneer or white oak veneer or alder or whatever the custom species is, and applying a 1/4-inch skin to the unfinished side of the cabinet. So again, to emphasize, custom species, they will not come with the side of the cabinet matching. You have to apply something, a door or a skin. Another point of observation is none of the custom species are going to have the matching interior option. So if you're doing walnut, or in this case the Quartersawn, there is no way to do, not even with the skin, there's no way to do a Quartersawn interior, because if you take Quartersawn oak skin and try to apply it to the inside, you'll lose your shelf holes. So you really kind of have to find a species that's comparable. And in the case of the oak, we chose to do a red oak on the inside, and when stained up, it's very, very similar. We just don't have that up and down grain. If you were to do alder, you could use cherry as your interior species because it's going to be very close. With hickory, you might want to use either oak or pine. I'm sorry, oak would be the one for hickory because it's got that same veneer, and for pine you could use soft maple. So there's these different ways you can work around to get a species in the inside that looks close, but it's not going to be a dead-on match. So those are some of the things to be aware of when you're doing custom species. We can really work through this with you when you have an interest. We do an awful lot of it. It's very popular right now, but it doesn't come without a little bit of thinking through some things that we'll be happy to help you with. So just give us a call if you have any questions.